What's good, YouTube? It's Damo, and I'm here with a solo advice and tips video for y'all. I like to PvP while solo. So I'm gonna get straight into the video. I have nothing written down. I'm gonna try to make it as quick as possible. I don't want to take too much of your time. Alright. So the first tip is learn the map. Make sure you know if you can find any secret map rooms that people don't know about. It's good to know if you need to get out of a situation. The second thing is, learn who you fighting and know who you're fighting, so you know who your enemies are. Another tip I want to give y'all is try to always pull people away from the ob when you're fighting them, so that whoever they're allied with can't just easily come help them. It makes it a whole lot easier for you to fight them if they're not so close to their friends. Another tip is I suggest you guys learn free aiming. Free aiming is so underrated. It's powerful if you learn it. You don't want to be locking on to people, getting stuck, focused on one person, and then your camera gets broken because they did some 360. Another thing with locking on is you can't fight and look around. Free aiming, you can fight and look around, so if people are coming up behind you or people are about to jump you. Another tip, my next tip is always be observant of your surroundings. Observe what's going on. Don't just focus on fighting. You have to focus on what's going on around you too, because things can change quick. My next tip is don't fall for the 150 trap. When people have 150 health, everybody, we're all victim. Our eyes turn into golf balls and our pupils turn into black holes. So don't fall for that. Still keep your senses up, fight with an IQ, don't just trying to get the kill. Alright? Another thing I want to tell y'all is use your environment to your advantage. Jump up on stuff, don't be afraid to use the environment to your advantage. It could save you a lot, especially if you were solo. Make it hard for people to gank you. And the way you make it hard for people to gank you is you put them in environments or in a situation where you can thrive. Don't just have them running on flat ground where all five could chase you. Jump up on a rock, because you and that person. Another thing is, let me see, what's my next tip? Don't be afraid to get hit in this game. Everybody's gonna get hit. Use glide for punishment and take your hit. Don't be afraid to get hit one time. Nobody's gonna one-shot you. Another thing is learn the game, learn the weapons, know what weapons you're good with, know what weapons you aren't good with. And you want to know what weapons you're fighting against. You want to know the combos, what people are going to use. Every weapon's different, every weapon's laggy. Some have good hitboxes, some have bad hitboxes, so learn the weapons. Don't waste all your stamina running away. Always fight back. Let the opponent know that you're going to be aggressive, and that just because you got 300 health don't mean you're going to just keep running, that you will swing back. It will save you a lot of time. It will help you. Sometimes you'll be able to pop a heal because they won't just directly chase you. They'll avoid trying to get hit. So always swing back to let the opponent know you're aggressive. My next useful tip would be learn stationary fighting. Don't just rely on dash attacks to get everything done. Dash attacks, they're good, but you have to remember, use a lot of stamina when you dash attacking. So use the stationary attacks so they catch people off guard. They're good for getting people to back up off you. And so use the stationary attacks. Another thing I want to tell you is don't be discouraged if you die. Everybody dies in this game. People in 10 man die. My next tip is loadouts, for real. I feel like you should always carry three weapons with you. Two-handed weapons, far as great. Only two-handed weapon that isn't crowd control is the spear. Mostly every other two-handed weapon is crowd control. And the spear is good for finishing people. So if you don't like to finish people, use the spear. You want to carry a one-handed weapon, whether that be sword, sword or one-handed axes for water PvP. The water is a very useful tool. Use the water if you buy some water. And the third weapon I feel like we should always carry is an agility weapon, whether that be daggers or the disease spikes. Disease spikes preferably because they work good against throws. People, they're quick and they hit harder than daggers. So I feel like, did I cover all the tips? I feel like I covered all the solo PvP tips. Well, not all of them, but the ones I think that are the most important. Did I forget anything? I'm trying to think. I don't know. But if you feel like I forgot anything, just let me know in the comments. You know, I'm gonna make more videos on videos like this to help y'all solo, so y'all can thrive and survive on a solo. On a server, man. You know, I'm gonna make another video about how to survive long term on a server as a solo, to where like if somebody raids you, I'm gonna give you the whole process. Just to you be alright, man. Don't worry about it. Okay. So we're gonna go through that too, and then I think the next video I'll make after that is probably a base video. You know, the best video to make as a solo, the best base to make as a solo, to where like, you know, if you get raided, you ain't gotta. I'm gonna put y'all on. Trust me. But anyway, that's it for this video. If you feel like I left anything out, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll comment back. I respond to all my comments, you know. So just let me know in the comments if I left anything out. You know, like, share, comment, and I'll get back to y'all soon with another video. Holla at y'all. Be safe.